make sure that you have some goals for 2021, okay? 2021 and beyond. Make sure you have some goals. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kenzie Lens, where we look at everything from my perspective. And it is 2021 already. And I was kind of hesitant about sharing this video, but I'm like, you know what? You on YouTube, you doing something that you never thought you would do. So I'm like, just go ahead and go for it. So I'm going to be sharing with you my goals for 2021. I am not calling these New Year's resolutions. These are my goals because I have planned for them, and these are things that I want to achieve for 2021 and beyond. These are all of my goals, guys. I have 27 goals for 2021. Now, when I came up with these goals, I'm like, you know what? I have the goals and I have an action plan behind it. For me, I've done New Year's resolutions in the past, what I wanted to do, but I didn't have an actual plan on how I was going to obtain them. But ta-da! This time your girl has plans on how she's going to achieve her goals. So when I looked at my goals overall, I noticed that they were falling into 4 different categories. I didn't even mean for it to happen like that, but when I really kind of sat down and looked at my goals, they were falling into these 4 categories. And I'm like, yo, that's dope. So the 4 categories that they were falling into is financial, mental, spiritual, and physical. Those were the 4 categories that all of my goals have, the categories that my goals have been falling underneath. One of the ways that I plan on working on my finances is by paying off my truck. And I have that goal, and I want to accomplish that by October of 2021. I already started back in 2020 with literally doubling up my payments. What I do is, you know, when I do work overtime, that extra money, I put that towards my car note. I pay off extra. So right now I am actually ahead. Even though I get my statement every month and it tells me nothing is due, y'all still getting a check, okay? Because October 2021, I'm expecting my title to come in the mail for my truck. The second goal that I have is to boost my savings account. So I really want to work on building that fund up more. So how I plan on building that fund up more is reducing my shopping. One thing that I noticed is I like to shop. I'm like any other woman. I like to shop. Your TJ Maxx, your Kohl's, your Marshalls, your Burlington, your Home Goods, Target, Amazon, whatever you can think of. And when I really sat down and started looking at my finances, I noticed that I was spending a lot of money on stuff that, I mean, I don't even have any place to put it, or clothes that are literally just sitting in my closet with tags on them. And so now when I make a purchase, I have these steps that I'm thinking of. Okay, what is it that you want to purchase? What is the reason that you purchase? Okay, and what is the use for this purchase? And is it a wise purchase? So if I go through these 4 steps and I have a stumbling block at either one of those, that lets me know that you don't even need to get it, because you can't even justify what's the reasoning for you to make that purchase. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to restrict myself on every single thing. If there is something that I really, really want, I will say, okay, go ahead and get it. But the frivolous shopping, that is something that I am working on. My next goal, falling underneath financial, is I'm pushing my Kenzie Lens brand. I said it, I put it out there in the atmosphere. I had this idea of, I have this brand, and this is the thing. I have a brand. I have a logo. I even designed a logo, but I honestly don't know what my brand is going to be about. But that's okay. I told myself that's okay. But this brand is going to catapult me forward, you know, and going to bring in more wealth. So that is something that I'm focused on in 2021, pushing forward, pushing my brand. And I'm going to do that via YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media platform. You know, that's also going to go towards my finances in 2021. My next goal for 2021 and beyond is my spiritual wealth. I am a spiritual person. I go to church, well, before Corona, going to church, and I miss it. And I think with Corona, that has led us, God has literally said, you people have taken the focus off him. I'm going to strip away everything that you have and put the focus back on me. And for me, he has definitely done that, because I was so busy with doing everything else, all this other stuff, and then I wasn't having my focus on him. One of my goals for 2021 and beyond is to do a devotional or read my Bible at least 3 times a week. I found something on Instagram. It's this church in Dallas where they do a daily devotion every day from 6:30 in the morning, and I hop on that. Normally at that time I'm driving to work, so I'll screen record and go back and review it. Even on my off days, I get up at 6:30 in the morning and I listen to it, and it's really quick. It's only 10-15 minutes. So I want to start my work, my day off with the word. So I went and I purchased me a new Bible. This was a gift to myself. I got on there, this book belongs to, I got my real name up there. And I got this book in November of 2020. And then I also picked this up. This is Church Notes. I actually got this from Target. I think it was like $5. And I love the outline of it. This is how it looks. And let's see if you guys can see it. There we go. And let me, you can see it a little bit. But it has on there, like your topic, your pastor, is it coming out of Old or New Testament, your scripture, your key points that the pastor is making, and there we go, and the prayer. And so every time, I'm tuning into that on Instagram, or I'm looking at the Bible study for my church, shout out to Zion Gate, okay? They're on YouTube. I put it in here. So I have everything in here. So I started this on November 24th. This is my first entry. And I have it all the way up until today. And today's January the 8th. Today's January the 8th. So I started this. So this is a good way for me to, if I ever get down, I can look back, on some scriptures and just remind me of the goodness of the Lord. And yeah. Another goal was spiritual. And start back tithing my 10%. And there's nothing else to say about that, okay? I'm going to leave that right there. That is all for my spiritual goals for 2021. And I just want to increase my faith and, strengthen my walk with the Lord, from 2021 beyond. Because one thing we know, that we are not promised tomorrow. One thing is for sure, we all gonna die. Okay, we all gonna die. We just don't know when it's gonna happen. So whenever I get called home, I don't want to be in that line down there with the fire, okay? I don't want to be in that line. I want to be walking with the good Lord, okay? So I think about the things that I do here on this earth. This is only temporary, I'm thinking about eternity. So I'm trying to, get right with the Lord and strengthen my faith. My third category is mental wealth. And I think that kind of goes along with your spiritual walk also. I noticed the older that I get, I have less tolerance for less drama, for less BS. And one of the ways I'm going to obtain that goal in 2021 is to limit my exposure of social media. Social media it's tricky, The social media that I see is filled with a lot of drama. I noticed that I will literally wake up in the morning, and the first thing I would do is reach for my phone and scroll on Instagram or on YouTube. And I'm doing this at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm filling my head with all of this negativity, all of this drama, and it literally set my tone for the day. I notice I be at work, I have an attitude, and don't want to talk to anyone, and I'm like, yo, I need to really change my mindset. Like I said, I have started to start my day off with a devotion in the morning the church on Instagram at 6:30 in the morning. If I have to work, I find me a scripture in the Bible. So I make sure that I start my morning off with that. Going to work, I no longer listen to music how I used to. So even in the morning, I found me some motivational podcasts to listen to. I found podcasts on affirmation. So that, you know, when I'm going to work, I literally have like a 40-minute drive to work. I listen to all motivational things and I reflect and I'm like, yes, these are goals that I want to achieve. This is the mindset that I want to have. Another thing I'm going to do is to rid my life of toxic people. I don't like the word toxic. Someone may not necessarily be toxic. They may not just be for you. That don't mean that they're necessarily toxic. But that's one thing that I'm working on, and it's hard. I started working on that before, but it can be hard. That goes back to my spiritual walk. I prayed about it. I asked God to remove people in my life who don't belong there. That's, you know, friends, you know, boyfriends, situationships, you know, your husband, someone who's abusive, a negative Nancy, however you want to call it. I mean, you don't need that negative energy. I'm all about welcoming positive energy into my life. And if you're not going to bring any positive energy to my life, and if I feel like all you're doing is subtracting and not adding, you gotta go. I can't do it anymore. You have to go. Life is too short. And I'm not going to be that person to force anything if it's not going to happen. If I put in the effort and I don't see you doing the same, you're not putting in effort, you got to go. I can't do anything else about it. You have to go. I have to protect my mental health. Okay? I have to protect my mental health. So that is another goal for me for 2021, is letting go of those toxic relationships. My fourth category is my physical wealth. I have been working on on my body for a couple years now, and I'm like everybody else. You know, my weight goes up, it goes down, but I've been pretty consistent over probably about the past 3 or 4 years. I already work out, and if you have not seen my video on what are my 5 tips on how to work out, I'm gonna link that somewhere in this video. And I already, you know, work out. I'm going to continue with that goal, working out 3 times a week, at least 3 times a week for 45 minutes. But another goal that I added on as far as my physical is what I eat. I want to shift what I eat. I noticed kind of the older that I get, my body responds differently to different foods. I noticed recently I accidentally juiced for a couple of days. I didn't even really mean to, but I did for about 3 or 4 days. And I didn't have any meat, no dairy. And I had all of these fruits that I was drinking. I had my protein shake, and I was eating vegetables. And I had so much energy. Like, I had never had this much energy before. I wasn't tired. Like, my alarm clock goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning, get up from work. Like, I was getting up at like 15 minutes, 20 minutes before my alarm clock would go off. And it wasn't a struggle getting up. I was more alert at work. I had energy. And I worked 12-hour shifts. I had more energy. My knees weren't making noise. Girl, my knees sound like you opening and closing the door. Like, I'm like, man, all of these changes. And then Thanksgiving came, and I had some macaroni and cheese, and I noticed my sinuses started acting up, and I'm like, I got a little drip, and I'm like, what's going on? Then my knees started creaking again. I'm like, man, that can't be it. So another time I had some more dairy. Same thing happened again. I had dairy again, and I'm like, you know what? My body is telling me it does not like this. So for 2021, I'm listening to my body. My body is telling me it does not like dairy. And I'm going to take dairy completely out. For right now, I'm focusing on meat. So I am removing meat from my diet. And I eventually want to go completely plant-based. But I'm just want my diet, just have a better diet, because our bodies are like cars. You know what I'm saying? If you got a nice car, look nice on the outside, but on the inside, you know, and your car require 93 premium, and you putting in 87 regular, and you not getting them regular oil change, you not getting that maintenance, that car not gonna last too long. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I'm treating my body. You know, your body is a machine. You have to work for your body. You have to put in the correct stuff, the right stuff for your body to go. So that is what I am doing moving forward in 2021, just fueling my body with the nutrients, you know, that it needs. So that is another big goal for me in 2021. So those were my 4 categories: financial, mental, spiritual, physical. My 4 categories that I found that my 27 goals fit into. I have other miscellaneous goals. Of course, I want to work this YouTube thing. I want to get my 1,000 subscribers and my 4,000 watch hours so I can be monetized on YouTube. I want to push my Kenzie Lynn's brand. I want to be in a healthy relationship with a man. Hopefully the Lord will bring my husband to me. I had one of my patients ask me, why are you still single? I said, you know what, hello, you and me both. We trying to figure that part out. So I don't know, sometimes the Lord makes you wait because you're not where you need to be. You thinking, what's wrong with that other person, and when actuality it's actually you're not ready. So I'm just, I don't want to dwell on it, but I'm just lining myself up, and I'm working on me. And that's the only thing I can do is work on me and be the best version of me that I can be. But one of my biggest goals that doesn't fall, I guess it kind of falls into the category, is just to be happy. That is my overall goal, to be happy with the decisions that I make, to be happy with this version of me, and just be happy, period. There's no other way to put it. I just want to be happy with myself and be happy with this life that I have been given, and just to find my purpose in life. I have really, over these past couple of months, have really been thinking about a lot of things, and I don't feel like I have found my purpose in life. Some of you may know, you may not know, but I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for the past 14 years, and I don't think that's where my career ends, where my life ends. I still feel like I am searching for my purpose. We all have a purpose, and I don't think that I have found that yet. So that is one of my biggest goals, is to find what is my purpose. Why has God put me on this planet? I'm here for a reason, okay? I'm here for a reason. I feel like I'm still kind of searching for that reason. And that's okay, that you're still kind of searching for your purpose. But I know there is a purpose for me. So hopefully, by strengthening my spiritual walk and with the Lord, I will be guided towards that. And, I'll just move on. And, just like I said, still goes back being happy with this life that I have been given. That is my goals for 2021 and beyond. Moving forward, these videos are going to be focused on my journey with trying to achieve, we're not going to say that, with achieving these goals. We're going to take out try, because when you say try, you're setting yourself up for failure. So I'm going to say with achieving these goals for 2021. So I'm going to take you guys on my journey with achieving these goals. So you're going to kind of, see, my spiritual walk, me going to the gym, me making cooking videos on, taking out meat and eventually becoming plant-based, what I do in the morning with my devotional, and how I save money. I'm going to show you guys all of that. So you guys are kind of going to be like my accountability partners, because I have already put it out there in the atmosphere, and I have goals. And I also keep in mind, I'm human. I may not achieve all these goals in 2021, but you know what? If I keep working hard at it, it may take me to 2022 or 2023. That's why I said my goals for 2021 and beyond, because I may not necessarily achieve these goals, but these are goals that I want to achieve. Make sure that you have some goals for 2021, okay? 2021 and beyond. Make sure you have some goals. Whatever that goal may be, your goal can be something that you want to lose 5 pounds. Hell, work the hell out of that 5-pound goal, okay? But make sure that you write your goals, you be intentional about your goals, you pray about your goals, you meditate about them, you say your affirmations, but most importantly of them all, you have to put in the work. You cannot just say this is something that you want to do and don't put any work behind it, then get upset when it don't happen. No, you have to put in the work. So I am dedicated to putting in the work, okay? Putting in the work and achieving these goals for 2021. All right, guys, I will check you guys in the next video. I'm doing batch videos, so yeah, you're gonna see the same fit in about 4 or 5 videos. It's okay. Well, I'm doing a little batch. So like I said, it's Kenzie Lens here. Go out, enjoy your day, you know, be blessed. Okay, thank you for seeing things through my perspective. And it's Kenzie Lens. I'm signing off.